And as always, let's have our 2 demis and 1 grand today to get started. And here we go. To the other side, please. And careful with that arrangé before you put it on. There we go. Let's go half point and heel down and flat and a half and a heel and a half and a full and a plie. 1 and a 2, flat and a 2, flat and a half and a full and a plie and 1 and 2 and a flat and half and back down and and half and full and close. Let's go front and circle and side and circle through your toes. Demi-plie and stretch and half point, flat, half point, heel down, half point, full point, close with plie, half and two, flat and a half, heel down, half point, full point and a plie. Ditto to the front, back, one rotation, side, one rotation through your toes, roll through in your second position, and there we are. And here we go. And half, heel, flat, half, heel, half, four, close, and one, half, flat, heel, half point, one. Really feel your heel over your toes. Through flex and rotate, side, through your toes, half point, full point, close plie, stretch your knees and to the other side and shall we have this one last time? 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, careful Gregg, 5 and the 6, 7 and 8, 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, 7 and 8 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, reverse 2, 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8 roll through in your first this time, and that is it. Yeah, always use your first tendu to consider which arm comes next, because it's actually going to tell you. Okay, here we go. 6. And over. Make sure your fingertips move together with your toes. Make your toes move, in fact, because you move your fingertips on. Almost. And here we go. Yeah, careful, Gregg. Just don't miss that 1 second position somewhere there in your arm.
I'm not sure where it is.
It's in your second set. You like to go from your third straight to arabesque or vice versa, rather than going through second to the next position.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Your future self will see it immediately. And 6. Yeah, it's important to basically only think about your arms. Then it might just work. Okay. Front and side and back, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside and back, inside and front and back and front and back and front and back, front and side and back and side, front and side and back and side, front and side and back and side, and fifth. Soutenu, other side. Let's not reverse this one. Front and side and back and side, front, back and front and back and front. back and side and front and back, front and back and front and back. Encore. With the changing arms. One more set. 1, 2 to the side, soutenu to the other side.
So the first part, the arms are all
Regular. Yes, they're our regular arms. It's only the last set that reintroduces the crazy arms, so to speak. Front.
The first.
Yeah.
The first tendu to the front is with your arm in second.
When you're going into the encores? No, they're regular. The first ones are regular. The second ones are with changing arms. The third one are with changing arms. Then you have 2 more to the side and the soutenu. I think. Is that what I did? Front and the back and the front and the back. Encore. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now with your arm in second. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2 more to the side and soutenu to the other side. One and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 soutenu. Other side. So the first one is with regular arms, then we're going back to our little business, starting in second and starting one more behind. Did I confuse everybody now?
So the first one is regular arms. It's only the second one that has the weird ones.
And the third one has the weird ones too. And then you have time for 2 more tendus before you soutenu to the other side. Let's call it the weirdo port de bras. Okay, here we go. Quick fingertips and toes and front and side. Switch and 2 and 3, 4 and back and side and front. Switch. Here we go and front and side and back and side and front and side and back and side and front and side and back and side, 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 soutenu. Oh. When you are ready. Yeah, careful. Unless you lock that position into your tendus and just let them go, it makes it nearly impossible to do this.
It was.
There you go. Oh, we're trying the same thing one more time with dégagés, however. And we'll even keep the same tune for the same tempo. Is there anything I can help you with, Jane? Go to exactly. That is the most off-throwing thing I think in it all. That you always have to transition through second position instead of going third to arabesque or vice versa. There we go. That's it. That's it. That's it. Now 2 more to the side and soutenu to the other side. Right. The only difference now is it is faster than it was before, so there's less time to think. But make sure you lock your positions in place as your toes open. Leave your arms alone when they are closing. Otherwise, your arms are going to be in some random place, and then it's impossible to feel what comes next. Okay. Here we go. Happy Thursday. And here we are, and one. I know. We'll edit this one out of the video. What do you say? Okay. Let's go first and the first and the first and the fifth cheval. En croix, first and the first and the first and the fifth cheval. En croix, 8 and the 7 and 6 and the 5 and the 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1, passe flat. Close your fifth. 4 to first and 3, close fifth, front, side, back, side cheval, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, back and the side, front, side cheval, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, passe relevé. Close fifth, soutenu, other side. And here we go. And back and the side and the front and the side and make sure the last one is a cheval as well. 8. Passe flat. Close your fifth. Here we go. Easy plie and up and step. Let go, soutenu, other side and run. How about some heads for your chevals? There we go. Decisively let go, close and soutenu. Okay, not bad. Let's go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, forward and 2 and 3 and 4, triple and 6 and 7 and 8 to the bar and 2, 3 and 4, triple and 6, just close. Back and coupe, passe, just coupe. Forward and back and plie and coupe and back and front. 8 and the 7 and the 6 and the 5, 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 to the bar. Away from the bar. 2 and the 3 and the 4. Triple, just 1. Close your fifth, then stretch. Plie 45, coupe tendu back and forward, plie back, coupe tendu forward and back. 8 rondages. So it's like a baby balance. Forward, triple rondegent twice. Step à la seconde to the bar. Triple rondegent once. Close your fifth position to get a good start for your reverse. That's all it is. And here we go. And 45. Coupe relevé. Tendez, go back. And front. Arabesque, plie. Coupe, push yourself right through and forward. And back, rondegents and 1, and 2, and 3, two triples, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, to the bar, and a 1, 2, 3, feel it on your back before you close your fifth. Reverse plie brush, take it through, forward and back, and plie to couple, and back, on the down and one. Feel it here coming forward for your triples. 1, 2, 3. 1. And away from the bar. And close, right, and stretch. Let's just, for the sake of the argument, stop your triples on the haut with the tendu front and stop your triples on the down with your tendu back. Is that making sense? So 1, 2, 3, finish up in front. 1, 2, 3, finish up in front, then take it to the side for your port de bras. 1, 2, 3, finish up in front again. Give yourself a nice slow demi-rond into your fifth before your reverse.
Okay.
And here we go. Left side, please. Plie. Tie it all together. Up and over. And down. Up and over. Forward. Be aware of your diagonals. Breathe through your fingertips. everything I said.
No.
Or can you read my mind? Shall we try this one again? 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the envelope, cheval and cheval and cheval and envelope, cheval, envelope, cheval, envelope, cheval, cheval and cheval and 1 and the 2 and the 3 envelope and 1 and the 2 and the 3 envelope, envelope, cheval, envelope, cheval, envelope, cheval, cheval and cheval. Front, side, back, inside, front. Back, side, front, inside, back. Then envelopes, outside, front, inside, back, outside, side, inside, front. That's the tricky one. Outside, back, inside, side. One more cheval front, one more cheval side. Let's remember to keep it nice and tight. Are we good? Questions? Okay, here we go. And 1, 2. Careful not too much in your knee. Brush, brush, front, brush back, side, front, side. Front and finish, almost. Careful with that third envelope here. It keeps on going encore. Your envelopes go back, side, front. Your chevals go front, back, side on the inside. That is the only thing you have to be really much careful with. The sooner you find your fifth, the more time you have to consider what comes next. Okay, here we go. And fifth, brush, push down and down, to the back, down, side, front. There we go. Nice finish there. Yeah, it's just that last one. And it seems to be only a problem in the reverse. So you're brushing back envelope, front cheval, side envelope, back cheval, front envelope, side cheval. Now you can go cheval back and side. There we go. We could do it one more time. Would you like to, just for all of our self-esteems? And technically, if there's no train wreck, we could attempt to soutenu to the other side. Yeah, this is all about pushing your toes into the floor to open or to brush them into the floor to open. Yeah, if you can figure out these two mechanics, then it makes it a slight bit easier to keep track of everything. Here we go. Let's not leave the lady in distress. That last one brushes to the front, Gregg. It brushes to the front, envelope to the front before you pas de cheval inside side. Okay, here we go. Left side, please. Isn't it nice that we always have something to look forward to? And and make sure envelope is straight knees to begin with. And relax. And back and side and finish. Alright. We have one more chance at greatness tomorrow. How about this one? Fondu to the front, plié, attitude, side one, développé to the front. Fondu to the side, plié, attitude to the back, développé, arabesque. Fondu to the back, demi-plié to the side, développé à la seconde. Coupé, attitude to the front, stretch, pas de bourrée, soutenu à la side already. Fondu front, plié, attitude side, développé to the front. Fondu side, développé, demi-rond, développé to the back. Fondu back, demi to the side, développé à la seconde. Inside attitude front. Stretch, pas de bourrée, and soutenu. And there we are. And here we go. Feel that fondu articulation. Plié attitude, figure diagonal when you go to the side. Through your fifth to the front. Fondu. Développé arabesque this time. Demi-plié attitude inside front. Long attitude, treated as a jambe forward, but stretch, pas de bourrée, and soutenu. There we go. And that's it. And finish. Okay. That's better. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, frappé, front double side, double back, double side, demi-plié, and 2 combattements. Double side, double back, double side, double front, demi-plié and 2 combattements. First one does and change, double back. Side and the front and the side. 2 combattements to the back. This time inside attitude to the back. Stretch, fifth soutenu, other side. Double front and back and side, plié, 2 combattements to the front. Start your encroix from the side and the 3 and the 4, plié, 2 combattements to the side. Double back, double side, double front, double side, plié, 2 combattements to the back. Inside attitude or elevate this time. Stretch, fifth soutenu, other side. And let's start with a tendu à la seconde in your preparation so you get a good start for your first double. Here we go. And front and side. And that would be nice. To the side, 2 combattements. And back. Side, front. Plié and grand. Inside coupé attitude. Good, other side front. To the side, 2 combattements and the one. How about a nice stretch and cry before we come to the center? Okay. Jane will be with us back shortly. She just texted.
Okay.
Let's go 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, whoa, and the 7 and Padbury 8. 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, coupe tendez back and close. Back in the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, coupe tendez forward and close. Side and the 2, let's not change that first one, it makes more sense. 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, plie écarté back and the close. Forward and back and the side, back and the front, plie back foot goes. No, that's not right, plie front foot goes. Chassé forward, paddle away from there. Just a tiny paddle away to get your feet closed. So a little bit the same scheme we had in our own de jambes. Then chassis forward and back and the side and the side. Back in the front. Close fifth, front foot goes. 2 chassis, effacé and Padbury. How is Portland doing?
Okay.
Okay, let's give it a mark. Let's try this turn instead. That's better with 4 tendus, Craig. You already figured it out for me. Let's have one more mark with that new tempo. So let's make it 4 tendus and go a little bit slower, otherwise it gets too frantic. This foot comes down first. I see you stuck there in that plie.
Oh, I just counted it wrong. That's okay.
Okay, okay. How's Jane doing?
Okay.
She probably counted it right from the very beginning on. Okay, here we go. Tight fifths. Really try to get your coupe foot onto the floor first before your standing leg heel comes down out of these little coupes. Here we go. Make sure your arabesque arm is in front of your nose. And one. And one. Two. And one. Actively on the downhill forward, push forward. Forward, pada, boo, right. Almost, almost. Just a little bit more decisive. Push out of the turn so you have still time for that pada boo right in the end. And yes, it is a little on the quick. But that needs to go non-stop. Go. Right. Much better. I guess we could try that with an on the or turn and an on the down turn. And another on the or turn before the last on the or turn.
Okay.
However, with the same intention in mind, bringing that coupe foot to the floor first. And then I would take these little tendeliers in the very end just a tad faster so you don't run out of time for the end.
Right.
Yeah, you don't need gigantic pliés for that. Okay, here we go. It shouldn't feel any different, and if anything, just better than the previous set. Here we go. Make sure you push yourself backward. Now make sure you push yourself forward. Right. One. Decisively behind you, and don't stop that coupe foot from moving, otherwise nothing is going to work. One. Are you sure about this, Greg?
No.
Yeah, make sure that coupe foot keeps going instead of just being stuck halfway through the turn and then you have to settle down to the floor in some unintentional fifth before going anywhere else.
It's here.
Well, that would be the first one.
Here. And then
There, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that was the first side. Yes, the second side would have been the other one. So your equity would have come from that side, exactly. Yes. Uh-huh.
And then
Forward and back and the side and the side and the back and the front and plie. There we go. Yes.
okay.
We do have the option of doing it one more time if you absolutely wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? I like that attitude. And how about doing dégagés instead of tendus? Not including your chassés or tendus. That all stays on the floor. But instead of 4 tendus, let's have 4 dégagés, just so it gets a little tiny bit progressive. And let's see, Jane, if you really can keep your coupe actively pushing into the direction of your next tendu. So behind you, in front of you, and sideways. Okay. And here we go. And let's not forget it's your opposite arm together with your working knee in en dehors. And your opposite arm together with your standing leg heel in that one single en dedans. And here we go. And the spot helps too, of course. And that's a much better, Jane. And one. The same thing. Coming forward. One. Careful not to fold your elbows and easy forward and back. Gregg, you're on the wrong side. One. Good fix. 5. That should be croisé. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 5. And 1. And relax when you're ready. I let you be the judge of that one. Okay. Let's calm down. What did you say? Let's go put a bra forward and 2 and 3 and 4. Développé to the front. Brush it to plié, arabesque, relevé. Tombe. Pas de bruit underneath yourself so you don't run out of room. Développé, écarté, 2 and 3 and 4. Demi-plié, relevé, arabesque, tombe back. One more time. Tombe, pas de bruit, forward. Let's have a chassé and a circular port de bras. 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Brush it through to plié, relevé. Tombe, pas de bruit. Développé, écarté, front and 3 and 4. Plié, fouilleté to the front. One more tombe, pas de bruit. Soutenu to the other side. Développé 2 and 3 and 4, plié back in the 6 and 7 and 8, relevé, arabesque, plié, tombe, pas de bruit. Écarté back in the 2 and 3 and 4, plié, relevé, fouilleté, tombe back, and forward, pas de bruit. The reverse is not really a reverse excepting for the first part. Oh no, that's not right. Fouilleté, circular port de bras. I forgot that. Développé back in the 2 and 3 and 4, brush through effacé, relevé, tombe. Écarté front and the 2 and 3 and 4, fouilleté, tombe, pas de bourrée, and soutenu. Front 2, 3, 4, back 6, 7, and 8, relevé, tombé, pas de bourrée. The other leg goes écarté, back 3, 4, fouilleté, tombé, forward, pas de bourrée, chassé, circular port de bras. That was Act 1. Act 2, développé back, brush through effacé, relevé, tombé, pas de bourrée. Effacé forward, just regular. Écarté front, plié, fouilleté front, tombé, pas de bourrée, fifth, soutenu. How are we doing sequentially? Are we good to mark this, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So once that the adjustment after your arabesque, after your écarté, plié, fouilleté, arabesque, tombé back, just step right through so that circular port de bras has a chance of being purdy with a little tiny bit more of time. Yeah, so dump that pas de bourrée chain, just step right through. There, plié, relevé, tombé back. And now step right through into your circular port de bras. Right. So that pas de bourrée doesn't eat up too much time. And then the second time you have a fouilleté to effacé front. So the first time it's a relevé, the second time it's a fouilleté. Where are you stuck, Gregg?
So after the
Yep, you're starting basically the sequence from
here,
the back. No, you're brushing it through to the front. Développé arabesque, brush through to effacé front, relevé, tombé, pas de bourrée.
okay.
Now écarté front, 2, 3, 4. Plié, fouilleté to effacé. Tombé, pas de bourrée, and soutenu. Right.
Oh, okay.
So the reverse is somewhat different than when you take it from the front. It's similar, but not quite the same.
Yeah.
All right. When we have all of these fouilletés, let's keep in mind that there is the transition through à la seconde. To your next direction, here we go. Always push your standing leg into the floor. And through. Plie, relevé. Tombe back. Écarté back. Plie, relevé, tombe. And one. Écarté front. Make sure once you started, it keeps going. Try not to get stuck. That's it, Greg. Tight fifth, arabesque. Écarté, my bad. Nice écarté there. You forgot your arabesque, Greg. And paddleboard. All right, all right. Yeah, when you start at reverse, you're starting with développé arabesque. Brush it through to the front, relevé, tombe. B for your
Oh, and I
écarté.
went right to the écarté.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Jane, for not getting thrown off by it. Yeah, one thing wants to be tied together with the other, Jane. Try not to get too passé and now struggle to get out of there. Through passé to attitude to développé front. So it can brush right through your first position into plié, relevé, etc., etc. So even though it is an adagio, it is actually relatively fast when it comes to the sequence. A little bit more awareness of your opposite arm and a little bit more awareness that your working leg is moving because your opposite arm is moving, instead of having your arms slightly lagged behind the action. And remember that passage through first position in both arms, that is where you pick yourself up from your fifth, through your coupé into your développés, right. So it's a difference between using your arms and just taking them along for the ride. I guess we could start this one more time, maybe on the other side.
Okay.
And here we go. And yes, you can massage the music a little bit to phrase it so everything flows the way you like it. There is nothing wrong with being a little bit artistic in this. Okay, here we go. Left side one more time. And everything pushes down to go up, not the other way around. And one. Écarté. Plié, feel your arabesque. That's it. Circle le pot de bras. Tight fifth, développé arabesque. 2. Brush through. Relevé, tombe. Écarté, front. Développé, fouilleté. There we go. Soutenu. up to go back. Through your tight fifth. Brush through. And relax. Alright, that was a little better. I hope you're not entirely burned out with this combination, but I do like to do it one last time. Onde or forward and balance, back and chasse and plie pirouettes to your fourth. Plie onde or sideways and balance, chasse, plie pirouette to your fourth. And pirouette and backward, balance forward, balance side, balance side. Balance effacer front, back and plié. Why not today a single turn? Tendez, plié. On dedans, close your fifth. And we are ready for the other side. So the only difference is it's a little bit slower, I think, than yesterday. And we want to aim for a single turn in that attitude rather than just making it a balance. Jane, remember your balances entonant or corner, corner, half turn, quarter, quarter, half, to find your FRC after that.
Yeah.
Now quarter turn, half turn. Yes, step back. But make sure you're stepping behind you, so you need to change your E. Nope, it's an FRC preparation, also not. Wherever your balance FRC forward was, which was here, do not step to the other corner. You need to keep on going to that corner. And all you really have to do is look in that corner. After your FRC, don't change your head quite yet until you establish your hips staying there. Now you can prepare on that FRC angle. Is that making sense? It's really easy to get confused there. Half turn. That's right, stay where you are. That's it, right, exactly. That's really all it is. Just don't keep rotating just because we went around with the previous balances. How's Craig doing? That's an interesting...
Maybe I can pick it up during the mark.
Okay, and if you don't, just scream at me so we can figure it out together. Okay, here we go. And we're starting this up here. As I say, it's a little bit slower today. And balance. However, do take short pliés. Back, forward, And there is no surgery needed because we are already on the other side after your underdone turn.
Oh.
Your third one is an FRC forward. I think, Jane, you did one too much, but I'm not sure. Forward, corner, corner, FRC forward, step back. There you go. Mm-hmm. If you keep on rotating toward the same shoulder in your balances, you're going to be correct. At least that is the hope. Are we good to give this a try?
Yeah.
Okay. And how little force can you take? That was sideways, by the way. Plie. And backward. And 2. Around. 6. FSA front. Stay right there. Plie. Turn your back. And 1. Forward, back, calm, easy, sideways, en face, balancer side, backward, balancer forward, effacé, one, en dedans, attitude. Your first pirouette falls forward, Gregg. Your second one goes sideways. The third one goes backward. Instead of going forward every single time. That's where you got yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
Jane, that attitude was meant to be an underdone turn today.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. No reason to apologize. Yes, Gregg, that's exactly what we're looking for. Exactamente. Right, and then just turn you right out of it into your underdone turn. That's it. And let's remember that there is a spot change with all of these things. You're starting en face, you're finishing FSA. So your first thing out of your preparation from fifth position, that single turn in passe, needs to be a head change to the corner, which might also remind you of where you're going next. And then with your second pirouette, from the corner it goes to en face, so your tourniquet can go sideways and your balancier can go sideways. And then from en face back to the corner before you tourniquet back. How about starting it on the other side? What do you say?
All right.
Most important, don't take too much force. Give your working leg a chance to turning your body around rather than trying too hard to do it yourself. So don't be one of these terrible backseat or passenger side drivers trying to take over. Let the driver drive the car. All right, here we go. Let's start with our left foot in front. Okay, just for the sake of variety. And sideways en face this time. Balance side. Chassez forward. One. Backward. Balance, 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 effacé back. You should go to the other side, which is your right foot. Hold on a sec. Hold on a second, Jane. Thank you.
No.
I know. Make your releve, when you start your releve with your pirouette, it needs to face your new direction. If you're missing out on that, now everything becomes kind of accidental. How about that right side? To stay even. Okay. And here we go. Hands en face, sideways, balance the other way. Chassez forward. And one. Backward one. But make sure it pushes you back. And one. And finish. Let's table this one for tomorrow. What do you say? First and fifth, échappé fourth, échappé second, fifth, échappé fourth, échappé second, changement in 3 and 4, échappé fourth, échappé second, demi-rond plié, on the long close fifth, you're ready for the other side. First and 2 and 3, number 4 always closes in fifth, échappé fourth, échappé second and the 2 and the 3 close fifth, échappé fourth, échappé second, fifth, 2, 3. 4, échappé fourth, échappé second, demi-rond plié, on the long close fifth. Questions, comments, concerns? 3 close fifth, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, changement 2, 3 close fifth. There's one more, so that's really just 4 changements, right? Fourth and fifth and second and fifth. Demi-rond from your back foot. Close, you're ready for the other side.
Okay.
Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Okay. So how about a nice little port-de-bras for these 4 changements?
You mean all the way through?
Just for the 4 changements. And then échappé fourth, échappé second into
Oh,
the...
okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, here we go. And nice and light and that's it. And use your fingertips to help you for your échappés. And we should finish with our right foot in front. Alright, alright. Not bad, not bad. If we just could incorporate our fingertips into our jumps, that would be so helpful. No. There we go. Starting with our right foot back, it's a little bit of a hybrid from yesterday. Plié, 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 glissade, 3 changements. Glissade, assemblée, glissade, jeté, pas de bourrée to change feet. Plié, 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 glissade, change. Changement, changement, changement. Glissade, assemblée, glissade, jeté, pas de bourrée to change feet. Three pliés, 1 glissade, change, 3 changements. Glissade, assemblée. Glissade, jeté, and pas de bourrée. You're on the other side. 1 and the 2 and the 3 glissade, change. 1 and the 2 and the 3 changements. You should finish up with your left foot in the back. Just saying, if we are on the left. You're starting with your left foot back to start your left side, if you are on the left. There. And you have 3 pliés first. Now glissade, change. There we go. 3 changements. Glissade, assemblée. There we go. You're not starting with changements, you're starting with pliés, Gregg. That's probably that mark is not working. Bounce, 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 glissade. Changement, changement, changement. Glissade, assemblée, glissade, jeté, pas de bourrée to get to the other side. So it's a fairly humane speed, which does not mean that we should neglect our toe speed.
Okay.
Okay. And if I were you, I would tie that glissade assemblée together with my 3 changements. So you get a nice push out of the 3 changements into your glissade assembly. Or we could give this a try. Here we go. Really try to use the floor, your toes, etc., etc. Here we go. Push down. Quick toes, decisive toes. Almost, almost, almost. They're asking you to do it one more time.
Yeah.
Okay. However, you will regret your answer. Plié, 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 glissade. Changement 2, 3. Glissade, assembly. Glissade, jeté. Pas de bruit.
Plie, 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 glissade.
Yes, now with your changements 1, 2, 3, keep them up there. Keep them up in third when you land your third changement. So with your glissade, you have no other choice but to open them to second. Then close them with assembly. Then open them with your glissade to second to have one arm in jeté before your pas de bourrée. Now open them to assembly. Now open them again in your glissade. That's a chain. Correct. Now one arm goes down and pas de bourrée. That's all it is. All it is. Okay. Here we go. And almost. And now. Alright. It looks like we are well above 185 internal temperature. Which is almost criminally overcooked. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too.
And I will be seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Okay.